Welcome to another edition of Artist Talk, and I'm in the company of a very beautiful singer. And I would like to put this out like this: you're like the Alicia Shennai of the current generation. You have great like pop diva voice from the '90s, and back it up with the modern day tech in terms of music. And you have Niyati Anda. Welcome to Bob's Radio.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
I mean, I don't want to say, with all due respect to Alisha Shennai, of course, but the reason I'm saying this is only because, whenever I listen to your song, I have this very strong, powerful pop voice that comes in. And then, of course, that whole
Yeah.
Afro pop, dance, all sort of music. It gives it a very,
Yes.
modern day blend to it. But before
So I've
we,
actually been getting a lot, like people have been saying Alicia Chinoy and Nazia Hassan, if you know, like that
yeah,
great legendary singer from Pakistan. So I've been hearing these two names a lot, and even Sunidhi Chauhan. Like recently, like a lot of people have been texting me and saying that especially my recent song, yours truly, they are like your vocal texture and the power in the vocals is sounding so much like Sunidhi Chauhan. So it's like combination of Alicia Chinoy, Nazia and Sunidhi Chauhan. I'm like, oh my god, this is like सब कुछ प्राप्ति हो गई आज मुझे ये सब सुन के and
they
all the
say
same
if
time.
all the compliments could give you a glow on the face, might as well take it.
Yes, absolutely.
Before we get
Natural blush.
Before we get into a lot in terms of the musicality and everything, let's come to understand Niyati Handa as an individual. Media is not something new to you. You have been in the media scene before. In fact, you were part of a label earlier. I mean, you're working for a label.
Yes,
And when you say corporate,
yes,
a lot of people in today's time think corporate means all this IT kind of a job, or even in terms like software engineering, I mean, which is all coming under IT, but it's more related to IT. But you're
correct.
in the corporates of the music industry, so you
Yes, the
knew the
business
running
part.
skills, right? And but you also a journalist. You've done reporting for news channels and the likes. But
Yeah.
somewhere there is this call that an artist takes. This is the time. Like I need to move ahead and start my music. Before we head to the spark side of it, what was the reason like for you to leave a really well paid job in the music scene? Is it because you had an artistic side, you couldn't go on to adventure it, or was it because you knew you were going to do this someday?
See, in my heart, in the back of my head, in my subconscious mind, I always knew that I was meant to be out there. Like I was not meant for like 9 to 5 job. I always wanted to I was always part of theater and singing and writing and composing. I've been doing that since childhood, since like I was born literally. Like I've been dancing and singing all my life through college, school, but the thing is that while I was working for a music label and I was doing songs and videos for other people, for other artists, that was the time I realized, oh my God, I was supposed to be there. I'm sitting right now and doing 9 to 5 job on the desk, and I'm actually supposed to be in front of the camera in the studio recording and writing my own originals. And 3 4 years back Spotify came to India, and with so much streaming platform giving opportunity to indie artists, YouTube coming up and everything, because when I started, streaming platforms and YouTube was not like that active. And suddenly in last 3 4 years we have seen that indie music has gone viral. Like people are consuming more of indie music, independent music than Bollywood music. So I was like, okay, this is my chance and it's never too late. So after doing 7 years of job, like from journalism to like music label, and I was on a very good paying job, not that I was like just started my new job. Like after 7 years of experience, I was working with the music label, and after that, I was like, you know what, it's now or never. Then COVID happened, and I was like, it's my time, it's my call to like pursue my passion finally. And it was very, very difficult. Decision of my life. It wasn't easy because leaving a job and you're getting
Yeah.
salary every month in your bank account, and suddenly when you're an artist, everything is going, nothing is coming initially, because it's like a business. You just don't invest in it and start making profit immediately. It takes some time.
Correct.
And yeah, rest your stars and luck. You never know, whenever you can click anytime. You can click in a year's time or 6 months or maybe with first song. And sometimes, like, I've been talking to artists who've been in this industry last 9 to 10 years, 14 years, and still they're like, okay, we haven't reached where we should
Right.
have in 14 years. So yeah, it's gonna be tough journey, hustling, learning,
There's a lot
trying new
that you
things every
mentioned
day.
in just this span about, the kind of things that need to be done as
Yeah.
an independent artist. That's what we're going to be touch basing upon. But has Niyati been a trained singer from before?
So I took some training when I was a kid, and after that, because I was like, Abhi, I don't have to like pursue this as passion, like, as my job or something like that. So then I stopped training myself, and now that I'm back in the business, so I'm taking vocal training.
Back in the
It's
business,
important.
like a thing.
Yeah,
Now, when
back
you
in the
said,
game.
and when you said that thing about you were behind the camera and thinking about going in front of the camera, you just brought back a
Yeah,
memory of mine. Like, when I used to go about doing these promoter jobs, and there used to be this guy who was emceeing at one New Year's event. I was like, dude, I
correct.
do a better job than this. I mean, I'm not trying to sound pompous, but then
Yeah.
for me as well, it started into getting onto the stage and hosting, and then, eventually radio and all that happening. So it's kind of like, when you get that thought, go and apply it. And I see like it's worked wonders for you. You're a millionaire, Niyati. You've got the million views dream that a lot of artists dream of. And this was the song that you
Yeah.
released last year, I'm guessing, Hum Befikar. But it
Yeah.
has been that good, and hence, or rather, it's been so receptive in terms of people that it has got the kind of love that it has got over time. Now, when you
Yeah.
decided to get away from the label and start your music, of course,
Hmm.
some would say, dude, she's worked in a music label. She'd have had like contacts and, like diaries of contacts, 10, 20 phones of contacts of different kinds of
Nothing works.
uh,
Nothing works. आपके पास दुनिया भर का जितना मर्जी contact हो, everyone from the industry. People usually think, oh, if you're from the background, you can give your song to Times Music label. You've been with them for 3 years. Nothing happened. It
uh,
doesn't work that way. Okay. If people, it is like, I shouldn't say this, but it's like that herd of sheep mentality, like wherever, like if you're rising star and if you're getting a lot of monthly listeners,
right.
if your song is trending, they will chase after you, they'll run after you. But if you're not giving them what they want and you're not the chamakta sitara, people won't entertain you.
You got to
As
be
simple
relevant.
as that. It's been 2 years, more than 2 years now. I've been like calling, mailing people, meeting people. They love my song, and so many labels, I know them personally, and they just don't revert. And sometimes they take months to, reply. So I am like any other artist for them, irrespective of whether I have their number, I don't have their number, doesn't matter.
The grind is for real. The grind is for real.
I am for them. I am like any other artist, irrespective of whether I come from a label background or not. And because I have seen the business part of it, I know how many calls and messages and mails they get on daily basis.
No, that's what a lot of people,
So,
maybe this is like I wouldn't say a perception, but something like, people would think about saying, dude, she's come from the business. She understands the angle. Hence she's making the numbers. But somewhere, maybe even if you know the industry, it's again the effort and the execution that comes into it, which is what not
absolutely.
just showing in terms of the music streaming or in terms of the views that you get on YouTube. I'm going to look into my phone and mention that award. You've got the best upcoming artist by She the People, which is Asia's largest women's channel. And this
Yeah.
is by Google India, and also been nominated in Best EDM category by Cleft Music Awards. Right? Uh,
Yes,
these
yes,
are things
yes.
that are thing of dreams for people. Like you said, you need to have your stars clicking in, right? What do
Yeah.
you think is the reason that you got here? I of course understand the music part of it, but there's more than music. The grind that has gone into it at the back end that has got you where all these awards come from.
Yes. So I think this is
That
all my
glow that you
work.
create.
This is all my work because she, the people contacted me on Instagram DM. Clef Music Award contacted me. They called me. I never went to them. Ki, oh my God, I'm aspiring artist and my songs are out. Give me an award. I'll pay you for it. Things like that, which is happening. Let's be honest. People are
Yeah,
paying for the awards and it's
validation
happening.
in today's
And even
time.
I know about it. Yeah, it's happening all over the world. So let's not like try to be say कि अरे नहीं नहीं ये award fake नहीं है ये actual genuine है, but these one are actual genuine because they
Right.
reached out to me. They told me to fill up the form, and you know that they love my song, they love my music, and they want to nominate me for this. So that's how I got the award. Like Clef Award, I did not win, but then I was nominated in two categories for Hum Befikar. So it felt amazing. And when they told me that I won the award, I was like, yeah, because it was when I won this award, when I was nominated for these, I had completed only 1 year in the music industry.
Yeah.
So just by completing 1 year in the music industry and getting a reward for it, I mean, I feel blessed. I'm grateful for it. So yeah, it's just amazing
It's a
feeling.
very
And when it
dream
comes
for
to
every indie artist, to be recognized that early at your start, like you're I wouldn't say infant, but early stages of starting off your music career. And when something
hmm,
like this happens, it already puts you at, in front of a lot of eyeballs, getting you the views.
hmm,
So that is, of course, going to help. Another thing that I want to ask is, like, of course, the awards and recognition is one part of it. There's a lot of grind,
hmm.
which I was asking about, is what is, you run a startup. Let's consider that. This is a startup because you
Yeah,
do
yeah, of
to end.
course.
You when I say end to end, from deciding on the kind of song to write, maybe you do get a lyricist help. Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe you also get some people to write. Maybe you also get some people to do the music for you. But that, of course, is your idea. Lisa, that's of course is your idea of going ahead,
Yeah.
understanding what your music needs to sound like. So this grind that is there from the A to Z, could you just tell us what all you do?
So basically, right now, I've been writing and composing my own songs. I haven't taken that much help from other people because I write and compose on my own. I'm not just a singer, and I'm writing and composing for other singers as well. So it really helps there because when you write and when you sing your own songs, which are written by you, it जो feeling आती है अंदर से about singing, that comes naturally to you. So it really helps. So I'm like blessed that I can write and compose my own song. I'm like happy about that part. So वहाँ पे आधा problem solve हो जाता है. And when it comes to production, I'm not a producer. I cannot produce. So I'm working with a lot of artists, from new artists to, artists who have already established, like Web of Pani, Saurabh Lokhande, Pranshuja, Akash Rijia, and I love working with different kind of producers. Because everyone has a different take, everyone
Right.
gets different flavor to the gives different flavor to the song. So yeah, it's fun working with them, and yeah, it's learning, and you're grinding every day because it's a process. You first compose and then you write, and sometimes writing come easily to you. In 1 hour the song is done.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a month to write the song. Like my last track, Lost in You, which was released last year, it took me a year. Like the song was complete, but I was so unsatisfied with the production. I literally changed three producers. I was just not getting the output I wanted because at the end of the day, these songs are like my baby. I have put my soul and heart into it. So, like, if I'm not satisfied with the final result, I wouldn't put it out. And I am little like a perfectionist kind of a person. Like, until unless like I am not fully 1,000% satisfied, I cannot just put it out just like that. Some people are like, कि चलो हो गया निकाल दो देखा जाएगा. I don't have that attitude.
That is
For
that is
me,
key. That is the key. Being, sometimes
yeah,
what people use is fuck, stop being so anal, but that is the way you got to be in terms of getting
I
your
am anal. I am anal about everything, from mix mastering, karna pura the entire process from production. Then it has to go to mixed master. That needs to be perfect. Your vocals and all the elements need to be balanced properly. There needs to be perfect poster, a perfect video, or a visualizer. Like if you've seen my work and my other videos, everything has like is to perfection, from music video to posters, marketing and PR. And people think that, oh my God, marketing PR career, which agency did you hire? I'm like, I am the agency, I am the manager of my own. I'm doing everything on my own. I have no one to help me out, no distributor is pitching my song. I'm pitching my songs on my own. I'm reaching out to people on Instagram or via mail or email or calling them. And I've been networking with so many people last 2 years. So I've built that relationship over time. So when people say, कि अरे, your music is playing on this radio, you're having this interview, हमारा भी करा दो, किससे करवाया? मैंने कहा भाई मैंने खुद किया है, किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया है. No one has helped me. I've done it all on my own. And yeah, it's not easy. It gives me anxiety and panic attacks at time, because there's so much to do on your own. और एक नन्ही सी जान क्या क्या करेगी. So so it does take a toll on your
I see.
physical and
I see.
mental health.
There's a
So
lot
yeah.
of. Is this Niyati built over time? Because when you become a singer, when you become like this diva sort of a figure, the way you speak, the way you tend to talk to people as well, that also changes. Has that changed for you over time? Because
No, I've always been like
success. I'm
this.
not saying success brings a certain change in personality, but I'm saying
Yeah.
people tend to look for the better, like present them
Correct.
better. Has this been the case, or this has been like always a process with you?
Oh, no, 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 I was just born this way.
Oh, now you're going Lady Gaga type.
No, it's actually true. Like, this is my personality, irrespective of whether I'm in music industry, or whether I was a journalist or working for a label or in a school girl or college girl. This is my personality. This is how I conduct myself, and this is how I talk. I've always been like this: extrovert, bubbly, chirpy girl, and classy. How to conduct myself and present myself like full fledged. I'm a Delhi girl, so it's
Okay.
in my blood. It's in my blood to be like dressed up properly always, like a fashion fiesta. And yeah, I mean, talking and communication has always been my strong point since like very young age. I've always been on stage and talking and doing something or the other, making people laugh, entertaining people. So I think I was just meant to do that, and yeah, I'm here doing that.
There was one more myth or perception we wanted to break. When we went through a couple of your posts, there were these comments that I don't know if you ever noticed, but because of a certain another Handa trending of late after Jan, like because of Big Boss, there is a relation. There's sort of a sync that people say that you're probably related to that particular Handa or that particular family, hence you are getting it away easy. Are you anyway related to Barbie Handa, otherwise known as Manara Chopra?
Oh my god, really? No, who are these people?
They on your posts.
Oh my god. No, no, no,
There
no.
is this
I'm not
stereotype, when
related
you have like
to.
a famous surname and then you also have yours pretty much the same surname as theirs, and then people start thinking,
Oh, no, no, no. I'm not related to anyone. My dad is retired banker. My mom is a school teacher. My sister is an engineer. I have no one from the industry. I'm the only person in the entire extended family who is into music and, has decided to pursue my passion, this hobby, which was a hobby at one point of time, but I was always passionate about it. So नहीं, मेरा किसी से कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है, मैं इंडस्ट्री में किसी को नहीं जानती हूँ, एकदम क्लीन स्लेट है. और अगर लेबल्स को भी जानती हूँ, किसी ने मेरे लिए कुछ नहीं किया है. सो या, आई एम
from
लाइक
clarity and validation, then now we
nothing.
dive
Yes,
into
yes,
musical
just
journey.
clarity.
We've broken
Yeah,
the
see,
stereotypes and the perceptions, I believe.
I don't need validation from anyone. I really don't care what people comment, honestly, because if I start reading all these comments and I start responding to them, this will really affect me personally. Okay. Emotionally and mentally. So if I, sometimes obviously I read comments and people send me things which I don't appreciate and I don't like it. And, I'm an overthinker. My mind is like cluster, like that hundred and thousand things are going in my head even when I'm talking to you. Are ye reh gaya, wo reh gaya. Oh, I was supposed to do that. So I'm like that kind of person. So
I tell you, there's nothing wrong in being one because I'm one too. Because while I'm talking to you, for me, it's not just the questions that I'm thinking about. It's
yeah,
like, oh shit, I have to meet this person, I have to do this, I have to do that. So
yeah, even
understand
I'm
what is
like
there.
that. So sometimes you just need to be a horse. A horse has blinders, right, for a reason. So you can just
So
focus on one
the
path.
laptop is
Yes,
focused right now.
yes, the
Lights are like giving me
blinders.
other
Yeah.
thoughts though.
So sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm pretending to be a horse with blinders on. So like, just focus here and just don't divert from your path.
Well, for me, luckily, I have a really good artist in front of me, so the focus is, of course, there too. So that way, I can, wade off the other thoughts. And now, coming to in terms, since we've broken all these misconceptions and stuff about you and your name that is mostly connected to all this, let's dive in terms of the musicality of you as an artist, right?
Mhm.
Now, usually when someone gets into music, they have a certain style of genre or a certain style of music they want to do or compose or write songs for. when you
Correct.
started off, it wasn't like you decided I'm going to do R&B and dancehall and stuff, right? Because I'm sure you would have had tried your hand at something and said, "Nay, man, this is not working," and probably maybe this is what is more marketable. Was that something that happened with you?
So see, I'm a versatile artist. Like, we have so much expectation from actors. Like when we see actors like Tom Cruise or Leonardo, or in India we see Ranveer or Shah Rukh Khan, we expect them to do different kind of roles, right? So why not with the singer and artist?
Hmm.
Like, people have been telling me, a lot of artists and even labels for that matter, that you should just stick to one genre, create your one kind of sound. And I'm completely against that, Menika. When you expect versatility from actors, why not expect the same thing from the singers and songwriters and composer? Because I'm an artist. When I'm writing and composing, I'm not thinking which genre I want to do, right? In my head, I want to create good music. It can be house music or pop or R&B or hip hop. It can be anything.
Right.
Okay, so I am just making songs. I'm creating good music, irrespective of वो कौन सा genre है. I really don't care, because I want to do freaking everything. Like my first song was pop dancehall. My second song was EDM. My third song was R&B. My fourth song was a house music, and my this yours truly's Afro pop dancehall with pinch of kawali and rap to it. My next song is R&B drill. So no, I don't want to be categorized into one kind of कि बस इसको यही आता है, इसको यही करना चाहिए. No, I'm not doing that ever.
I'll just add to that. There is never going to be enough. You're doing good from the other's point of view because
Yeah.
there will always be something that the tongue has to speak, and it shall. So it's about
Yeah.
us to decide what you want. Because I know for a fact when you doing, say, you're doing very soulful music, they're like, dude, there's no meat, man. He's only doing like soulful music. What about he's not a
Yeah.
versatile singer? Then you're doing
Correct.
versatility, then you're like, you don't have an identity for yourself. So these kind of
Yeah.
thoughts will keep
ये तो
coming.
आता ही रहेगा यार, and I don't know what's gonna click. I will never know, like the song, like For You song, which is reaching 500,000 streams on Spotify. It was like so unexpected, because I made that song literally in 15 minutes.
15
And
minutes.
it just went viral, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just getting streams on this song, and I made some money out of it. And the song just my invested like entire year, like took me so much time, and that has like 90,000 streams. So I have no idea what will click with the audience. You will never know, because music is so subjective.
Yeah.
My playlist is different from your playlist. I might like some other kind of music, you might like some other kind of music. I'm going to have my own audience, you will have your own audience.
Totally.
So, this is something like, कहते हैं ना, हवा में तीर छोड़ने वाली बात है. आप बस गाने डालते रहो, म्यूजिक निकालते रहो, बाकी आपके luck star. And I'm a big
Lux
believer of
it does.
destiny.
We also hope to get viral
Yeah.
someday, hopefully with Niyati's
See,
interview.
Niyati means destiny, so.
And I'm the river that takes you to the destiny. That's what Rio means.
Oh, see?
Sweet plugins are happening.
They are flowing in same direction.
Right. So when it comes down to, of course, the kind of music you wanted to decide, you went about with it. You should have had some sort of influence. Since you mentioned, let me ask you, what is the kind of influence you had as a child and the artists you listened to of late as well?
See, since childhood, I've been listening to a lot of music from Alka Yagnik, Sunidhi Chauhan, and singers like Asha Bhosle ji. These were the main singers that time when I was growing up. So I used to listen to a lot of their music, and because my parents used to listen to Kishore Kumar, R.D. Burman, so I've grown up listening to that kind of music. But then the other thing is that that time pop music was rising. Shan, Sonu Nigam, they were releasing their independent albums.
Uh,
Alisha Chinoy, Made in India, that kind of albums, and pop music was rising that time. Remixes were happening,
right.
Baahon Mein Chale Aao and all that. Ik Pardesi Mera Dil Le Gaya. So yeah, I mean, I'm a 90s kid. So I'm blessed. I have listened to,
I gave
from
you a hyper
70s
earlier,
to
you
80s.
ignored. Now I'll give you that for the 90s kid as well.
Oh, sorry. I was focusing on kind of
Content you speak. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
answering the question. Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize that. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, so that is my vibe. That is my music. and my music and vibe is pretty much influenced from, it's mix of what I've been listening to since I was a child, and mix of Western music. I'm very much influenced by Western music. So I hear a lot of Rihanna and Calvin Harris, Weekend, Doja Cat. So, if you hear my music, especially like house music, that was pretty much influenced by Kygo and Calvin Harris. And my upcoming R&B drill is influenced by Doja Cat and Beyonce music. So, yeah.
It's so interesting that an independent artist like you, which is very rare to hear. I'm not saying we don't hear about this. Here you have one side, like you've been listening to some of the best of vocals of Indian music, and then you speak of the westerns, and then you mention names like Kygo and Calvin Harris. Right? These are combinations of listening that you usually don't hear. And then in India,
Yeah.
you say, I'm going to get inspired by this and do something. Kudos to you for breaking stereotypes and genres, yeah, to doing what.
Yeah, man. I mean, Kygo and Calvin Harris music is Chumeshwari. It's so good.
Yes,
I
the
love
sentence
it.
you're
Like
inspired now.
it's so much vibe to it, and like I just love it. I love listening to their music. I'm a diehard fan of house music and techno. So why not get inspired by Western music and Indian vocals? So like you will also see a lot of Indian elements in my music. Like the one I released right now, yours truly is very Afropop dancehall music. Like what Tyla and these people have been releasing, and then again it's mixed with the tabla and dholak in the Qawwali vibe in it.
There is
The
always going to
Indian
be fingers pointed to
vibe.
someone does, but if there is an audience to listen to, there'll always be an audience to point at it. And I must
Yeah,
say, for you to break this itself is a big thing because uh, if we could listen to, like, say, I'm a huge sucker for synth music. I don't mind, confessing the love for the synth music. So if someone could
yeah,
like synth and you can have guitars to it, that in itself is a dream combo. And then you have
yeah.
like house and you have like a little bit of techno coming in with Indian elements. Why not just give it a try and experiment?
Yeah, and I'm experimenting. Like with yours truly, the recent one, I've experimented so much. There is rap, like no one. Personally, I don't know any Indian artist who has released a track which is Afropop dancehall mixed with rap. So there is a rap, I'm also singing. And then there is like Indian touch to it, like a Qawwali vibe to it. I don't know any artist who has done this. So I'm like experimenting and picking everything from here, there, African music, American music, and then putting in our desi Indian rap to it, and then doing the Qawwali in it. So yeah, like
Do you, do
just
you
do
do you
it.
decide on these particular songs based on, hey, who's not done something, I want to do that? Is it something that you look at, or it's
No,
like
no, no, no,
whatever
no.
you think
I
is
don't see
out there?
किसने किया है नहीं किया है. I don't see that. It's just that like when the song is complete, because obviously when I'm thinking about the song, when I'm in the process of making the song, I'm not thinking अरे इसने नहीं किया मैं ये करूँगी. That is not how I make my songs. It's
Right.
just that what I want to do, and once the song is ready, then I see कि किसने किया है नहीं किया. अरे तो किसी ने भी नहीं किया या इसने किया हुआ है. ये थॉट प्रोसेस के साथ आई डोंट वर्क कि ओ माय गॉड इसने नहीं किया सो आई शुड डू दिस. नो, नो, नो. That is not the case. After completing the song and when the song was ready, that time I realized, oh, this song is different. It has turned out very different. It's a very experimental song, and not many people have done that. So yeah, it's the other way around.
And there are a lot of things that people do, processes that artists follow to decide on the final output of a particular track or a song that you're going to release, right? What is near the
Yeah.
process?
About like the final output of the song.
Decide on which is the final out, because I'm sure you make more than one or two mixes of that song. Decide on that.
Oh yeah. So I have, like I said before, I'm a perfectionist. So for me, unless my soul is not completely 1000% satisfied, I just don't put out my music. And I'm working with people like Abhishek Ghatak and Hanish and Bass Speak. These are like very good known mix master people in the music industry. A lot of people are working with them. So sometimes it takes me 7 to 10 cuts. Sometimes I finalize in like 4 to 5, but minimum five तो रहता ही रहता है when the mix master is
Do you,
happening.
do you send the music out to
Yeah.
people or soft, or it's only you who can
Uh,
decide?
See, I do send it to people who are my biggest critique, and I know that they will give me honest opinion. So I make it here to three, four people, or the person who's involved with me, like the producer, or if there is any other singer, co-writer who's on board. So obviously I share it with them and ask for their opinion and what do you think and everything. But at the end of the day, I do what I feel.
The overthinker steps in.
सुनो सुनो सबकी करो अपनी. Let's keep it that way.
Well, now in terms of, let's say, the music is out and the videos are doing pretty well. This is a big thing to decide. Which song should I do a music video for, and what kind of music video should I do? Now, you have two kinds of videos that are doing the rounds. One is like lyrical, and the other one's
Hmm.
mostly like these travel videos. I believe you're a travel
Yeah.
aficionado. I can see by the
Yes.
videos as well. Uh,
Yeah.
how do you decide what is the kind of video you need to do? Is it based on the lyrics of the song or the feel of the song? What's it like?
See, like I mentioned earlier with Times Music label, I was the one who was doing the video. That was my main department. I was heading the video department for 3 years. So it's inbuilt in me. Like, I'm a visual person. I just cannot do without visuals. Even if it's a small animation video, I have to put out something. I just cannot release the song like that. And plus, I'm doing a lot of commercial music, right? So my songs are so peppy and commercial. तो फिर मुझे लगता है कि यार थोड़ा कुछ तो वीडियो हो, कुछ तो विजुअलाइजर हो ना, something needs to be there. So yeah, like with my first songs, because I was just coming out and like I just wanted to like show the industry that how an independent artist can like do so much and everything. So I invested a lot of money and time and energy in my first
Give
two
us a number. Give
songs
us a
with
number.
with videos. I'm not giving number, but it was a lot. Like it took a lot of savings from my bank account. Like I literally went bankrupt. And because I invested so much money in the first two videos and marketing and everything, and I don't regret it. Like it was part of my life and it was supposed to happen, and it really helped me pitch myself for collaborations, because if I'm doing collaborations, they ask for my work, and when I show them my music videos, so they're like, oh wow, this is amazing, and then you have views and everything. So that really helps me get collaborations. But yeah, like looking at today's scenario, I think doing a small video, a small budget video works. You don't have to invest too much in the music video. So yeah, that I have learned over time, that how to allocate my money, and how to go about it. You cannot invest everything in just one song. So you have to divide and set your priorities. Okay, this song is more important, and this is my song, so I have to do it. Sometimes in collaboration, the other artist is not interested in investing,
Right.
so then you feel like, hey, why should I invest so much money when the other artist is not interested in doing it? So you just have to balance it out and think and plan it accordingly. And in terms of making music videos, obviously I go with the feel. Like now Hum Befikir is a song about friendship. It's song about being free and just enjoying and just letting it go. So I asked my friends who are from the industry, from the film industry, that if they will be interested in collaborating with me. So I took them all to Goa, and we were there for 3-4 days and shooting back to back. And so it goes with the song, it goes with the flow. I cannot just like have a song about friendship and just like do like a sad video on it, right? Like you have to go with the concept. With Air Dil Mera, my first song, the song was about, it's very flirty and very lusty song, and being very sexy vibe to it. So I was like, why should boys have all the fun? Let's get two guys on the video.
Oh
I'm
my
flirting and
God.
having fun with two guys.
You
Like
make
I'm
it sound,
confused.
it's so funny because there is a new Netflix movie, right? And I don't know if you've heard about this. It's called Super Sex. And when you mention about
Oh, but that's
no,
a show about a porn star.
yeah. So when you say something like this,
Like,
you should be very
there's no
careful what you say.
comparison, Rio. There's no
No, no, they're not
comparison.
comparison. I'm telling you, I'm not saying, I'm not comparing it. I'm saying when you mention something
Oh,
about we
shoot.
got two guys in, you're going to send the wrong message out to people. I'm not saying this about myself, but
Well,
innuendos for people are very, very different. So it
see,
depends.
people have a different way of thinking, and I'm glad I mentioned this and I made this statement. Like, let people think, let them enjoy.
If you can bite the dust, why
Let
don't
them
you bite the
think,
storm?
let them have their own perception. Like, it's like an open ended statement I made.
I'll tell you what, it's actually good. Sometimes when people say what they say, you're getting interaction on your platform, right? And it
Yeah.
builds your interaction. So whatever that you do, I'm sure you take a look, like even for this matter of fact that we would post, or even for a matter of fact, whatever you post, I'm sure you would look at it like, they keep doing it, mine keeps running. Like they're the fuel to my engine. So I'm sure that is the kind of thought you have as well.
Uh, Sometimes, sometimes not. Like, it's not that something that, I'm thinking, कि अरे, fuel kar raha hai and whatever they're saying it works. But, like I said before, these things shouldn't matter and you shouldn't say anything or do anything thinking ke, what they will say or what they will think. I'm just being myself. I'm just being honest. And I'm a very strong headed, opinionated woman. So, anyway, in this world, whatever I'll say, whatever I'll do, people have something to say. So
Everyone's got a tongue.
let them fuck off.
Seems like there's a lot that you've heard and seen. So I see where that's
Yeah,
coming from.
exactly. Exactly. I'm like, you know what? I really don't care. People have been telling me, like, because I started my artist journey pretty late. I'm not a Gen Z, I'm not a 20, 21-year-old girl. So they're like, अरे अब इतना लेट हो गया है, अब क्या करोगे? You're competing with people who are so young and everything. I was like, hello, I really don't care. It's never too late. Like, look at the owner of KFC, started at 55, Sia, like she started trending and she became the voice of Titanium after 40 years of age. So, though she was writing and composing for Rihanna and, Beyonce and so many artists, but she wasn't singing. And when Titanium happened, that gave her fame at, after 40. So it's never too late.
When we say some things like this, we got to, also put it right. Age is just a number, but also the energy that you have and the determination you have should
It's
speak.
more than a kid
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or Gen Z.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's more than just the feeling of being young. Whatever age that you are at, people will tell you, oh, age is just a number. This person did it at 50, this person at 40. But it's very important to
Yeah.
also realize that that determination, that persistence to carry on, that
Yeah,
is,
and it's how you feel from inside,
yeah.
like even if I'm like 55-year-old, but from inside and, mentally and physically and from my heart, if my soul is 25, I am 25.
Yeah.
और कोविड के आने के बाद तो 2-3 साल ऐसे ही माइनस कर दो.
I say this to everyone who asks me about my age. Dude,
Yeah.
30s is the new
And
20.
I'm getting better with age. I'm aging like a fine wine.
We spoke a lot, but let's come down to business. Like, this is your startup. I don't want to sound like, one of these Shark Tank people who's like, what's your EBITDA? What's this and that? But let's come straight to the point. Streaming on both platforms, Spotify and YouTube, is something that brings in revenue for any artist. And everybody would be willing to get certain numbers, right? Now, I know because I did hear from you, not myself, but of course, a couple of research and studies that we've done, that you would love to be in the millions in terms of views and stuff. But when it comes to Spotify, it's not an algorithm or a platform that can be easily broken, and so is YouTube. Like in Instagram, you
Yeah.
can't do that, right? So, what were the numbers you expected, and how were you after you reached these numbers in terms of views and listens?
See, these numbers, 25% तो आपका डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर ही ले लेता है.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you have a collaborator you're working with, whether they're a producer or a writer or a composer, you give them some percentage. If you're not paying them outrightly, you give them some percentage and right of the song, royalties and publishing rights. So आपके पास, you get peanuts only at the end of the day, until unless your song has like crossed billions of streams and everything, or some label has taken your song and they are paying you outrightly for it, then it's a different scenario altogether. So, doing 500,000 or 1 million doesn't make you a lot of money. It make you some money, but not a lot of money. So, I haven't still reached that stage yet where I'm making lots of
Are you
money, lakhs of
breaking even,
money.
or are you like just above break even or below break even?
See, that's again very subjective. What break even is for
I'll
someone
tell you
as an
why I'm
artist. For
asking.
me, for me,
Uh,
for me, until unless I don't have billion streams, like at least I don't have 5 million monthly listeners. I don't feel that, if you want to be known, like if you want to be famous and you want to be known in the industry, you need to have millions of streams and millions of monthly listener.
The reason I'm
And that
asking
is true.
this is because a
And
lot of
unless you are
people.
like that indie, unless you are like that indie artist who has the niche audience, and that you are happy and satisfied with that small amount of audience. But the kind of music I am creating and I'm putting out is a very commercial music. And let's be honest, I want to be famous, I want to be known, I want to have million streams. And I have no shame in saying that. I'm not one of those artists who will say, no, I'm satisfied with what I'm doing, I'm
You should
happy, I'm in
never
a very good
be
space
satisfied with what
and
you're doing.
everything. I'm an unsatisfied soul.
Yeah, because
I'm
what
greedy. I
happens then
want
is
more. I
your
want
goals start
more.
getting smaller. But what you said is
give
perfect
me,
in
give
terms of,
me,
since you make commercial music, you got to be like,
give me more.
take whatever that comes your way and more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's hence
bus
why I'm
other.
asking you this question is because you might just probably give insight into for some other artist who's doing this, right? Because everyone thinks, okay, you hit a million views, you probably touched over a million, you're going to start scaling, going to start scaling. And when it comes down to the monetization part, that's the biggest part and challenge that people face. Can
Yeah.
they run their day-to-day lives with that? I'm not talking about Niyati,
With
having like,
streaming numbers, with
yeah,
streaming money
yeah,
and YouTube money,
yeah.
I mean, depends again, yeah. If some artist is making lakhs of money, like BB Ki Vines and Prajakta Kohli, they made lakhs and lakhs of money because of YouTube. YouTube वीडियो सो डेफिनेटली उनका तो घर पानी चल रहा है बहुत
No, no,
अच्छे से चल रहा
I'm
है
not talking about YouTubers as such. I'm talking about independent artists. Like say there are a lot of people.
because you mentioned YouTube so
Yeah, yeah, I
that's
mean
the
to say
reason
by with
right
streaming from
yeah.
Spotify and YouTube, because not many artists see the numbers you see. It's very rare.
See, if you are making billions of stream and you have the right of the song, then yes, you
Hmm.
will get money, you will get paid. But if you're not making certain number, they pay you like 5 paisa, 7 paisa, 8 paisa per stream.
Right.
And और 10 पैसा मैक्सिमम और उसमें से भी 25% कमीशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स या किसी को चला जाता है. So you're left hardly with any money. You cannot run your house from that. Not at all. At least not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hardcore truths about the streaming swirl. When it comes to streaming platforms, another question that comes to mind is there was a good old time. People went about buying music. They had a piece of the musician with them, and they over time also bought music from online stores. This was something that
Who?
people, people who consume music would buy music
Yeah.
from online stores, or even like back in the day, Planet M's and the music worlds that we had. But today,
Or uTorrent
or
or
uTorrent, LimeWire, the many
downloading.
like, but those were more like you free download. But people used to buy and download music, right? Today it's more about the streaming part of it. Now, you as an artist, I just want to understand your stand. What do you think will be better for artists? Streaming is going to put you out there, of course, guaranteed. Or
Yeah.
buying the artist craft. What do you think is more valuable to the artist?
See, anyway, like people, like genuine people like us who consume music on everyday basis, we are paying for it anyway. I have Spotify Premium, I have IT Premium, I have Amazon Premium. I'm paying for all the services anyway. And people around me, people I I've been growing up with, and people I interact with, they all have paying streaming platform. They're paying for it. So it's not that they're not paying for it. And earlier the amount of concerts and shows used to happen, it has literally अभी वो 100 times हो गया है. So people are also making, artists are also making, once you become famous, you start getting shows, you start getting
100%.
married, weddings and corporate shows and concerts and festivals. You get paid from there. You start getting brands on board. Earlier, this doesn't used to happen because social media nahi tha utna. Now, because of social media and streaming platform, people are getting famous very quickly. Though fame बहुत जल्दी आ रहा है. So fame gets you money,
And also, this
right? I
one
mean,
more
that's
thing,
what I
yeah.
feel.
They say another thing: the quicker you rise, the harder you fall. Is that true as well? I hope you don't. But have you ever come across, like, maybe in
Uh,
your scenario, where artists that you come across?
uh, See, I personally don't know any artist like from my circle who has been through this. But yeah, I mean, you have to, you know, balance it out. Like, you shouldn't get it into your head so that, you need to be calm and composed and stay grounded. And with money and fame, you shouldn't become a person with a lot of attitude and ego issue. I've seen that happening to a lot of people. Like,
Right.
ek gana hit hua, and then they're like, oh, we are the kings, we are the queens, and we are trending, so we have the upper hand on other artists. You never know kab aapki palti ho jaye.
Mm-hmm.
So, just staying grounded and, staying true to yourself and being composed is the way forward.
Well,
Don't let get it into your head. That's the funda.
totally. That's the case in any industry. And we know
Yeah.
you have dreams of hitting billions. We hope you do. We hope you make the monies you want to. But as an artist, what is your dream? Like, what is that dream thing that Niyati wants to do?
Wow, I have so many dreams. कौन सा बताऊं? Which one to tell for?
Did I,
See, my dream
now
is
I
to
just take
like,
the like, what did I just do?
yeah, no, no. My dream is definitely to perform at Coachella and do concerts and world tours.
Mm-hmm.
That is my dream.
The
Like,
ultimate
that
artist
is the
dream.
main focus. And my dream is like, when I'm doing these concerts and these shows and festivals, I want people to sing my song.
Right.
When I put the mic out there, I want them to sing my song. So that
Now
is my
that
dream.
is true. What do you say? That is nirvana for a
Artist
lot of
dream.
artists. That is
Yes,
nirvana for a lot of
yes.
artists.
That is the vibe. When Rema was performing, I saw that video when he was performing Calm Down. And entire song, the audience was singing and he was just
Yeah.
standing and he was smiling, and that the expression, the feel, the vibe on his face, वो जो artist के चेहरे पे वो आता है ना कि oh my god, entire like
Like
8,000,
this,
10,000
this is
people are
beyond
singing
worldly.
my song. This is what artists want. This is what I want. Yeah, that is my main goal.
And we hope you do. And yours truly just released recently.
Thank
We're
you.
going to be playing
Yeah.
it on our radio as well very soon. Once you
Yes.
show us all the promos of it and everything, we will put them up very, very soon. But of course, I must mention, we have been playing your other songs, Ambe Fikar. But yeah, before you go, I just want to ask you one question. You're a Hindi artist. Why are all your songs named in English?
वो तो पंजाबी आर्टिस्ट भी कर रहे हैं, एपी ढिल्लो भी कर रहा है. इट्स इजी टू रीच आउट टू वाइडर ऑडियंस.
Smart. This is like search
Yeah.
engine optimization
And
to a
I'll
different
also
level.
tell you, because इंडिया में इतना म्यूजिक कंज्यूम होता है, एंड सो मेनी सॉन्ग्स आर रिलीज्ड एवरी डे बिकॉज अपना पॉपुलेशन इतना बड़ा है. सो डेफिनेटली वी हैव मोर आर्टिस्ट. एंड सो समटाइम्स लाइक the name I want to keep in Hindi, there are like 10 songs of that name already out in the market. So then I have to choose my titles of my songs very wisely, that it doesn't clash with other songs or any popular song. It needs to be different. So yeah, it's mix of both the situations.
This is what happens when the artist becomes a business person. Well done, and I'm sure you're doing really, really well for yourselves in terms of choosing song names, in terms of choosing the song in itself, and
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll scale heights. Near
thank you
the
so
Anda,
much.
hopefully in time to come, will be a name to reckon with in the music industry, and
Definitely.
we hope to be staying partnered with you and your music for, I don't know, perpetuity, hopefully, but let's see how long things
Yes,
go on.
absolutely. I hope to see you in Bombay super soon.
We
I'll,
will.
I'll send
I
you
don't know about Bob's
invites
Radio,
and
but I
VIP
do
ticket
come
for
to
my
events.
concert.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Someday. Of course, I do come around to MC in Bombay, but let's see, hopefully for Niyati Honda's concert someday.
Definitely. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
having
It was an
me.
absolute pleasure. Thank you for putting this scene with us.
Same here. Take care.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.